Namaste everyone, and welcome to our weekly Satsang. And today we will continue with the 75th verse of Vishnu Sahastranam. And these words reads, Sadgati, Sadgati, Satkruti, Satta. Sadgati, Satkruti, Satta. Sadbhuti, Sadbhuti, Satparayana. So everything related to Sat. So Sadgati, Satkruti, Satta, Sadbhuti, Satparayana, Surseno, Yadusreshta. Now it gives a description of the Lord. Surseno, Yadusreshta, Sannivasa, Suyamuna. So there are 9 names in these words, and we'll go one by one. The first name is Sadgati. It's made up of two words, Sat and Gati. Sat means which is eternal, which is highest, which is the purest, and there is nothing better than that. That's called Sat. Unchanging, highest purity, whatever way you want to describe, that's called Sat. And Gati, Gati has 2 meanings. Gati means the speed, as well as Gati means destination. So word Gati in Sanskrit means goal or path or speed. So here it means gold. So Sat Gati, where the goal is nothing else but eternal truth. So God is nothing else but eternal truth. And eternal truth is loaded with bliss. So that's why another name for God or Brahman is Sat Chit Anand. 3 things. Sat, eternal, unchanging, no modification. Sat, Chit means consciousness, and Ananda means total bliss. So the one who has that goal is called Sadgati. Means that goal gives you these 3 things together, and they are inseparable. It's like a fire automatically has heat. Similarly, this divinity or Brahman has automatically bliss. So that the one who has the goal of this Brahman or knowing about these eternal bliss, we all want to be happy. So ordinary happiness is just a little bit of a bliss, you can call. But every human being, irrespective of race, religion, or location, only wants to be happy and peaceful. No matter what you are doing, if I stop everybody at the bridge and take their interview, what do you want? Where are you going? They say, no, I'm going to work. I want to make money. I want to be happy. Let me go. So everyone, every time wants nothing else but happiness and peace. And happiness and peace are also, they move together. You can't be happy if you are not peaceful. And peace and happiness go together like 2 sides of a coin. So if you are happy, you are peaceful. If you are peaceful, you are happy. So both move together. And everybody wants that. But the error that we have made, as we discussed about the error we have made is that we said, okay, I'm going to find that bliss in samsara, in the world. Because we are outward going. Our senses, mind, intellect is outward going through the apertures, through the senses. So we see a world outside and we see little drops of happiness. So we presume that this is the ultimate. There is nothing better than that. Unless somebody tells you, no, this is just a candy, the warehouse is somewhere else, So that is eternal bliss is you feel happy, joyous, fulfilled, contented all the time without any paraphernalia, without any external objects that is required. And in the world, we try to find this, and that's why we never get bliss or peaceful or satiety. Otherwise, 50, 60 years is a plenty of time. Thousands of desires came, thousands of desires were fulfilled, but we never stopped. So we continued. So because that is a very transient, that is like a mirage. It goes and another one fills it up. So that's why you are running a corner to corner. Once one desire is fulfilled, and then the other one is waiting. It's like running in a block in a Manhattan. No? So one corner and there's okay, desire is there, and then you fulfill, then another desire is waiting for you and keeps you busy. While the bliss of God is eternal, and once you taste it, and once you get it, they say that there is nothing that needs to be done, and nothing that you want. You are complete, you are fulfilled, you are useful, and blissful. So that destination is called Sadgati. So that is Sadgati. And the people who are good or noble, that's what the scripture says, good and noble, they decide to go for this place. What is good and noble? Good and noble, that doesn't mean that is well dressed and you pay taxes and you have few millions, not that. So the scripture describes good and noble as the one who has a real who is convinced about Brahman. So that is Asti Brahmeti, means Asti Brahmeti, means Brahman exists, Brahman is a reality. Asti Brahmati Cheda Veda, the one who knows that is Santamenam Tato Vidu. That is called Santa or a noble or a gentleman. So the one who is convinced that there is a Brahman, that is God exists, so that is a Asti, means Brahman exists. Asti Brahmeti Chadaveda. That one who understands that is called noble or good. That says that the three Upanishad. Our Upanishad says that this, because once you have to be convinced for your goal, then only you will pursue. The one who has no concern with Brahman, no concern with God, is not going to pursue that. So the one who has this understanding, he pursues that, and that is, God says, that is me, Sadgati, the real goal. So that is his first name. So once pursuing that goal is our job, and God says, rest of the things I will do it. So in Chatur Shloki Gita, we saw that, that once you know these, or all the devotees or seekers who know that, they pursue that the path. And God says that to such seekers, I will induce or infuse the divine knowledge. So that comes in Bhagavad Gita, no? Those 4 slokas of Bhagavad Gita in Vibhuti Yoga, 8, 9, 10, 11, that is called Chatur Shloki Gita. And in that, at the end, God says that Teshameva Anukampartham. I included in the handout today. Teshameva Anukampartham Aham Agnanajamtam Nashyami Atma Bhavasto Gnanadipena Vasvata. To such seekers who are constantly and full-heartedly pursue that, to them I will give them a Buddhi Yoga so that they can quickly come to me. Means clarity. We don't have clarity, then we are lost. So, and those who pursue this out of anukampa, out of my compassion to my devotees, tesham eva anukampartham, for bestowing grace on them because they are struggling to come to me, tesham eva anukampartham, aham agnanajamtam, I destroy the darkness which is produced because of ignorance. Ignorance means not knowing this. तेषामेव अनुकंपार्थम अहम अज्ञान जमतम. Nashyami Atma Bhavastho Gnana Dipena Bhasvata. That darkness of ignorance which is seated in the heart because of ignorance, I light up the lamp of knowledge, and final grace comes through God only. All the efforts are to be made by the seekers. So teshameva anukampartam amagnana jamtam nashyami atma bhavasto granadipena bhasvata. That is a gift of God. The first is our knowledge and means pursuing the goal, our effort, and God's grace is the final destination is attained. So that is Sadgati. The next name is Satkruti. Sat means highest, the best, the purest. Sat, which is very worthy. Kruti means action. The action which is the best and the highest, that is called Satkruti. So the God, why this is a name for God? That is a God always does something which is the best and most useful to his creation. God himself has nothing to gain, nothing to lose, nothing he wants for himself. He is Purna. That's why he say Purna Mada Purna Midam. He is Purna, I am Purna. That's why we say that. So he is Purna, he doesn't want anything. So whatever activities or creation he has made, that is for the benefit of his creation, including human beings, animal beings, and every being. So such a creator or such a entity which does so much of goodness in the universe is nothing else but the divinity or God or creator, and that's why his name is Satkruti, the doer of the most benevolent things for his creation. He is the creator. So this you just make believe that he is, you know this way. That's he is the creator, he is the producer, he is the supervisor. And he wants his children to be very happy. Children includes the animal kingdom also, plant kingdom also. That to be happy and flourishing. There is no other goal. That's why he says, I have supplied plenty and plenty. And we can see that. And for the benefit of all beings. So the animal beings, there is plenty there. For human beings, there is plenty there. And everything is starting from the light we get in the morning, to water, to air to breathe, to beauty around, to enchanting natural beauties. You know, you look at the mountains, we go to the forest, we go for safari to find out these joyous experiences. You know? We go to Kashmir and we go to all the Switzerland. You know, what for what? You know, what is there? There is God's beauty there, the best of the best. You know? And so that is why he has done. He has done to please his creation, to please his beings. You know? So such a God is called Satkruti. So that's why his name is Satkruti. And those who help to preserve his creation, to propel his creation and protect, they are called divine beings or Satkrutino, right doers or gentlemen. So right doers or saintly or beings is the one who is assisting, preserving God's creation, means helping other beings, helping plant kingdom, helping animal kingdom. They are called Satkritino or the divine doers. Those who halt it, those who damage it day and night for their personal gain and personal selfish greed, they are called Duskrutino. Sukrutino, Duskrutino, Asura, Sura, is a gentleman, evil man. The one who destroys it is bad. As the one who helps his creation, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, and human beings, in whatever capacity, wherever we are placed, whatever way we can do it, we are assisting the cosmic will, then we are in a good books of God, and there are built-in rewards. If we are damaging it, we are in the bad books of God. God says that you will get punishment automatically. I don't have to even give you punishment. It is built in. That's what we discuss when we discuss dharma. That is called rita. Rita means unshakable law of God. You damage it, you are done. So then you will have the punishment, visible or invisible, built-in punishment. No? So that is because that is either it's like my property, and you come here and you damage, then of course I feel bad, and at least you will say, okay, stop, man, what are you doing? God doesn't do that. He says there is built-in punishment and built-in reward. So if we see in that frame of mind, then things become very, very clear. So that none of us can and should damage animal kingdom or plant kingdom. And we do that, my God, like a bloodshed. There are 200 million animals being slaughtered every single day on the planet. That Sadhguru just gave us a little talk. In that I just read 200 million animals on the whole planet are killed every single day. How the Almighty is going to be happy on you. And what is that from? That is because you develop a taste for that. There is no other reason. And you develop a taste, and the other guy developed a commerce out of it. And then we organize the slaughter. So that is called duskrutino. I mean, no, I never criticize anybody, but everybody can see that if they have a common sense or conscious, no? You need common sense and conscious both. If the conscious is subdued and covered out because of a tremendous greed, and no, my father ate this meat, I eat meat since childhood, the whole world is eating, so I'm eating. That is justification. That is justification. So anyway, but that is the law of Lord, whether we want to know it or not, it will hurt you. Know it or not, it's up to individuals. So we can never damage it under any excuse. You cannot say Allahu Akbar and just slaughter somebody. You are invoking God. Allahu Akbar. Oh, the master is great. And then what are you doing? You are cutting the his creation into pieces, animals and human beings. Then you cannot be placed in any category but a category of devil. So that is his creation. So we should never ever think of doing it, And if we are in the wrong track, try to correct it. A lot of people have corrected themselves. If you want to correct, you correct. So that is God wants us to do that. And he says very clearly, Again, where do you know this? From his scriptures. There is no other way. Valid means scriptures. Pick up Bible, Bhagavad Gita, or any valid means. So God says, who he likes, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata, means the well-wisher of every being. So it comes 2 times in Bhagavad Gita. Wherever it comes 2 times, extremely important. So one time it comes in the 5th chapter. So Labante Brahma Nirvanam Rushaye Kshina Kalmasa Chinna Dveda Yatatmana Sarva Bhuti Hite Rata. See that? Last part, Sarva Bhuti Hite. Who does that? Labante Brahma Nirvanam. The one who is pursuing on this path, he gets the Brahma Nirvana, means he has realized the Brahman, and he is close to divinity and God. So consciousness. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam Rushaye Kshina Kalmasa, to the great people, great masters, whose sins are finished. Rushaye Kshina means damaged, destroyed, all the papas or evil thing and qualities. Rushaya Kshin Karma. Chinna Dveda means all their dualities are finished. means they see the unity everywhere in the world. Chinna Dveda, Yat Atmana, the one who has controlled his mind, Yat, here Atman means mind, Yat Atmana, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata, well wisher of every being. He didn't say human being, every being, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata. It again comes in the 12th chapter, I think 12:5 or 4. Which that is Sanniya Indriya Gramam Sarvatra Samabuddhaya Te Prapnuvanti Mameva Sarvabhuta Hite Rata. See again. Sanya Indriya Gramam means with all the aggregate of senses. Sanya Indriya Gramam. Sarvatra Samabuddhaya, everywhere that divine consciousness or that uniform understanding. Sarvabhut. So Sanyendriya Gramam Sarvatra Sambuddha. Te prapnuvanti mameva. They definitely come to me, God said. Te prapnuvanti mameva. Who? Sarvabhuta hite rata. I cannot be destroying the animal kingdom and plant kingdom and giving hard time to the other beings because I am little powerful or little wealthy or healthy. That is no. So that is what God says. So that is Satkruti and preserving the God. That is the second thing we have to do. So Sadgati, Satkruti. Third one is Satta. Satta means authority. Satta. Satta means power, final authority, ultimate authority. God residing in us as an Atman, our Atman is the final authority. When that Atman is not there, we don't exist. And we don't follow our conscious, then we are on a very wrong track. That's why he put a conscious in every being to know what is right and wrong. As you know, you don't have to go to schooling for that purpose. It is a built-in, it's called universal knowledge. Everyone has that. So that is satta, means that is a individual satta, and cosmic satta means his authority outside. And so that is that power or that authority we have to understand and salute and obey that. Otherwise, we are on our own, and you get distracted, unhappy, and miserable with the anxiety and fear, and bad things happen out of blue to you. Then you say, why this is happening to me? Don't ask that. Don't ask that. So because you are on a wrong track, that's why it happens. So that is the satta, and that satta, God's authority is very powerful and very uniform because he loves everything and every being equally. Animal kingdom, plant kingdom, all beings equally, and he has no Veda Vritti, means he doesn't see difference. And the one who is knowledgeable in pursuing the scriptures of trying this path also get that uniform vision. So that is called Sajatiya Bheda, Vijatiya Bheda, Swabheda. Three things. Sajatiya Bheda, Vijatiya Bheda, and Swagata Bheda. Sajatiya Bheda means seeing the difference between the different species. So I see the difference between cows and tiger or donkeys or monkeys. So that they are called Vijatiyas. Means their species are different. Sajatiya Veda. There are differences in the same species. You see, that is called Sajatiya Veda. Example: you see a cow and another cow. It is the same species, Sajatiya. If I see the difference that this is brown cow, this is spotted cow, and this is a cow with deformed horns, then it is called Sajatiya Bheda. In the same species, I see the difference. Then Vijatiya Bheda means that is you see the difference between a dog and a cow because they are different species, and you see the difference that is called Vijatiya Bheda. And Swagata Bheda means in the same animal or being, you see the different parts as different. That you see the head part of the cow and tail part of the cow or udders of the cow or the legs of the cow is called Swagata Bheda. So these are the different kinds of Vedas, and God or a godly man or a man of knowledge sees everything same. He sees the divinity, same divinity existing in God, in a cow, in a tiger, in an human being. So there is no differentiation. There is no Sajatiya difference, no Vijatiya difference, no Swagata difference. That is the uniform divine vision. And who has that? God has that, or the one who is following his teachings develops this vision, seeing nothing else but the divinity everywhere. That essential nature in a human being, in a cow, in a dog, in a rabbit is nothing else but that soul which triggers them to move. Only the body is different. That rabbit has a little body, cow has a bigger body, but the everyone is powered by the same consciousness that is called Atman. When you see that, you are God-like or godly because the God has no Vedas. So that is a very nicely described. Sajatiye vijatiye swagata bhed rahita anubhuti. Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Swagata, Bhed, Rahita, Anubhuti means that experience where there is no differentiation is the divine knowledge. And the one who follows these scriptures and try to understand develops that vision. So that is because God has that, He's the final authority. Then next name is Sadbhuti. Sadgati, then Sadbhuti means his creation, extraordinary creation. That is Bhuti means creation. Vibhuti means Visist creation, means extraordinary creation. So there is a whole Vibhuti yoga. There is a creation, but in that the best of best. Best of best beaches, best of best plant kingdom, best of best flowers. So that is called Vibhuti. So that is or Sadbhuti, the highest Bhuti. And the God has 6 types of qualities, and his creation is where he puts all his Aishwarya. This is called Vibhutis. It's extraordinary creation. So God has, we have done this. Who is God? The God is the one with 6 bhaga or power. And what are that? So that is, one is dharma, one is vivek, dharma, gnan, and vairagya. Dharma, gnan, vairagya. This is in abundance in God. Dharma, gnan, vairagya. Shri means Lakshmi or wealth, different kinds of wealth. Shri, then Yasha or fame, and Virya means power. Aishwarya, that is Shri means wealth, intellectual wealth, physical wealth, financial wealth. Shri, all those wealth. Shri, then the Yasha means he does such a great things that he gets nothing else but fame. So Yasha. And Virya means power. He has an extraordinary power in doing everything, whatever you name it. So these 6 qualities who has is God. And his creation mixed with these qualities is called Sadbhuti. And in Vibhuti Yoga, God says that, Arjuna, I tell you few examples I'm showing you. This Himalaya is me. This peacock is me. This rose flower is me. He just gives the best example. No? This ocean is me. Look at this. You can't even think about it. That is my creation. This sun is me. This moon is me. He gives 82 examples in Vibhuti Yoga. And then he says, Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam. He concludes that wherever you see this vibhuti or glorious creation, yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam, Srimat urjitvam eva va, tat tat eva avgachatvam mama tejo sambhava. Arjuna concluded, God, that is yad yad whatever you see, which is glorious, which is powerful, which is extraordinary, that is me. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam. Srimat means with power and wealth and qualities. Srimat urjvitam with the brilliance. Urjvitam eva. Tata tata eva gachatam. That all. Mama tejo ansambhava. Just from my little power, these things have come. So all that creation, that is called sadbhuti. So after that, the next name is Satparayana. Satparayana. It is made up of 3 words. No? Sat means ultimate, the best. Parayana. Para means highest. Ayana means refuge. So the final highest refuge for a noble person or a seeker is called Satparayana. So that is the ultimate goal and ultimate destination. So that is Satparayana. So this is very nicely described in our Upanishad. So that is a very famous verse that everybody knows. Satyameva Jayate. Satyameva Jayate. Only the truth wins. Satyameva Jayate. But then we have to know the rest of it. Satyameva Jayate. Nanrutam. Never false thing. It's a false, lousy thing. Never is the winner. Ultimate. Satyameva Jayate Nanrutam. Satyena Pantha. Satyena Pantha Vitata Devayan. By the steps of the Satya. Satyena Pantha Vitata means laid out. Vitata Devayan. That the destination to divinity is laid by the steps of Satya. Satyena Pantha Vitato Devayan. In akramanto rushaya aptakama. By ascending the steps of Satya, listen to this, very powerful. That is, by ascending these steps of Satya, in akramanta, means ascending, akramanta, rushaya aptakama, means those whose desires are done with. Aptakama means finished, means devoid of desire. In akramantu rusaya aptakama yatra tat. Where did they reach? Yatra tat satyasya paramam nidhanam. By ascending on these steps, they reach the ultimate divinity. That is the whole verse, no? Mundaka Upanishad. And the first one became our national symbol, spiritual symbol, Satyameva Jayate. Every rupee bill has this sutra. Satyameva Jayate Nanrutam Satyena Pantha Vitato Devayan Yena Akramantam Rusayo Aptakama Yatra Tat, where that Sat, Yatra Tat Satyasya means Satya is hidden. Yatra tat Satyasya Parmam Nidhanam. That's where the whole storehouse of divinity is there. That's what it is. So that is Satya Parayana, the one who is so totally soaked with this truth is called Sat Parayana. That is God is amalgamation of Sat and Satchitananda. So that's why Sat is God. That's why Gandhiji said Satya is God, nothing else. So there is no other definition that the ultimate truth is God. And that's why Bhagavad Puran starts with this Satyam Paramam Dhimahi. So Ved Vyasa starts with this verse that is Satyam Paramam, the highest Satyam. I am meditating on that. Satyam Paramam Dhimahi means I want to study and know about that Satya through the Bhagavad Puran, which has 18,000 verses, but it starts with this Satyam Paramam Dhimahi. So the next name is Surasena. Surasena. So that is Sura means valiant, powerful. Sena means army. The one who has a very powerful army. Who has that? The God has that army. Why he needs that army? Because he wants to destroy the evil on the in the universe. That's why whenever he had an incarnation, he had the beings and people with valiant characteristics to help him, like Hanumanji and in the Rama avatar and so the Sugriv and other characters in Ramayana. They were his assistant to destroy the evil from this planet. And at one place, Bhagavan Ram tells Sugriv and explains that don't think that I need all of you. Or if I bend my little finger, this Ravana and everybody will be finished. Then he says, why then the Lord, you are asking for all these monkeys and Hanumanji and bothering them? He says, so that you develop, so that you know your worth. Otherwise, I don't need your help. He doesn't have to even descend here. He can turn off his battery from remote. So that is his power. But he gives the same things Lord Krishna tells Arjuna. The nimitt matram bhavasya sachin. You just become a instrumental. You take a credit. Maye vete nihata sarvameva. He tells Arjuna that look, this, and he names them. Bhishmam cha dronam cha jayadratham cha karnam tathanya yod viran maya hatastvam jahima vyatista yudhyasva chetasi rane saptana. He names them. See that this Karna, this Bhishma, they are individually names and they are all killed by me. He shows them in the Vishwarupa. You now take a credit. Mayye vete nihata purvameva. Nimitta matram bhavayasvaya sachin. Oh Arjuna, you take credit and be the victorious. I want to give you credit. Otherwise, you think I need your help. So that is the ultimate divine knowledge. Those who can get convinced, they get exhilarated and joyous with these facts. So Sursena, and the one who has these powerful army of beings, he uses. God has powerful army, and we are made up of those Panch Mahabhuta. So there's Bhumi, Rapo, Anlo, Vayu, these five basic elements. That is his army. So earth, fire, water, and wind. And the fifth one is ether, means space. Space is neutral. In the space, the whole drama is going. These four elements are roaming. They are life-sustaining. They give you life. Earth, water, the wind, and fire. But these four are his army. When God wants to punish us, he uses these four things. that he gives an earthquake, he gives a tsunami, he gives you California fires. It's the same thing which were supposed to be life-saving, takes life away. Tornado and all these things, you see it. Hurricane, people die and the cars float and we go here and there. So that is his army. So that is his power. So as long as we are behaving, things will behave, nature will behave. We mess it up, nature will mess up the creation. No? So that is called Sursena. The next name is Yadu Srestha. So the Lord Krishna was born in Yadu clan. That name comes from a king Yadu. And so that clan, that ancestry is called Yadu, Yadava. And Lord was the best of that one, Yadu. So Yadu Srestha, the best of Yadavas is Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna's name, Lord Vishnu, same thing. So that is called Yadu Srestha. It's like of a Parsi community, we have to name who is the best one. Now we'll say that Ratan Tata is the best one in the Parsi community because he did so much good that the whole community is proud of him. So it will go as the Ratan Tata, the Parsi Srestha, that is Yadu Srestha. So this is closest example I can give. Yadu Srestha, Yadava. So next name is Sannivasa. Sannivasa. Nivasa means residence. Sannivasa means where the good resides, good beings reside, or in whom good beings reside. So the good devoted devotees reside in God. And God is palpably present in such beings. He is there in every being, but he is occult or is covered because of our other desires and vasanas and our deficiencies. But in the one who is without devoid of those things, the God becomes manifest. So in a saintly being or good beings or the trying beings or seekers, he is manifest. For others, he is unmanifest, but he is there. So that is Sannivasa, the one who resides in the good or in whom good resides. That's called Sannivasa. So when the devotee, you don't become that on a day one. It is a very slow process, but it is a definite process. And we go through 4 stages. The seeker goes through 4 stages. And that is called Salokya. Salokya, Sarupa. Salokya, Sarupa, then Sambha and Sayujya. Salokya means the initial stage where you are worshipping an idol or a portrait of God. You need that to start your process. So that is preliminary. That is Salokaya. Once you are doing that for some time, you can mentally create the image of God. That is called intellectual meditation or mental. There is Swarupa. You can create God's Swarupa. So Salokya, Swarupa. Then third one is a Sambha. Sambha means when you are doing that meditation and spiritual path, you become more and more dedicated to God, so you are living in God consciousness. It's called Sambha, means Saranagati. Means now you have given up all these the worldly things and other things are of no concern to you. Given up means not everybody puts a orange robe and say I am a sadhu or something. No? But mentally they have discarded those worldly things, because they have found out that these things are temporary, useless, it doesn't take you anywhere. So that is called Saranagati, means Sambha, means you are residing in that divinity. And the fourth is Sayujya. means you are residing in that all the time, and with the grace of God, now finally you will become part of God. That is that you merge into God. That is a salokaya, sayuja, rituals, meditative, total saranagati or surrender, and fourth one, merging, total merging. That is a so at that stage, you don't have the costume of a human being. Bhagwan Raman Mersi explains very nicely, Isha Jivayo Vesadi Vida Satasabhavato Vastu Kevalam. Very short sloka. Ish is God. Jeev is individual. Isha Jivayo Vesadi Vida. Their costumes are different. My costume is this body, and God's costume is this cosmos. Got it? So, Isha Jivayo Vesadi Vida Sat Sabhavato, but the essential essence is the same. Sat Svabhavato Vastu Kevalam, that essence is the same. One has a costume of a human body, other one has a costume of creation, where he is hidden. By that, these two are different. But the essence, I am Atman, God is also Atman, consciousness, Satchidanand. I am also Satchidanand. He is the storehouse of Satchidanand. I am a drop of Satchidanand. He is an ocean. I am a drop of ocean. So, but the taste is the same salty thing as ocean water. So that Sat, that consciousness, which is confined in one body, is a Jiva. One which is, when the body will dissolve or die, that Jiva merges with the cosmic consciousness. So they are same. So that is the ultimate identity of God. So that is Sannivasa. When you understand that, then it is you are roaming with God. Is roaming or being distant, all is just the thinking and understanding. It is only through the understanding that God realization or knowing about God or self-realization happens. That's why another sloka in Updeshar, it says you don't have to do anything. The root, he says, so Ramana Maharshi says, Rutsthale manha. Your mind is the most naughty. So Rutsthale manha, take your mind to your heart. Rutsthale, Rut means heart. Rutsthale manha, swasthata kriya, in your own self, take your mind which is a limited consciousness, to your divine consciousness, to Atma. Rutsthale mana. Swasthata, how? Kriya, by karma yoga. Kriya. Rutsthale mana, swasthata kriya. Bhakti, yoga, bo, dascha nischita. Either you take by yoga, Astang yoga, by karma yoga or bhakti yoga. See, this is in one sloka he tells so much. Rutsthale mana, again, your mind, instead of it letting it go in this periphery and waste time, you put your consciousness in the heart. Rutsthale mana swasthata kriya. By kriya yoga means karma yoga. By kriya. Bhakti, yoga, astanga yoga, bodhascha nischita. And definitely any of these three parts, you take your mind to your heart instead of throwing your mind in the garbage outside, and you are done. No intelligent person can have the difference. Whether you want to practice it or not, it's a different story. But at least these great masters have shown the path. So that is good. So then the last name is Yamuna. Suyamuna. It is Suyamuna. Means the Lord in Krishna Avtara, he did all his lila and all activities at the banks of river Yamuna. And the divine beings who were with him, his family member, Yasodaji, his father, his brother, Subhadra, Balram, they were his family members. And gopis and gopas, they were the public, So God had both very dear to him, and they all performed all their activities in the banks of river Yamuna. So that's why he's called Sa Suyua Sa Yamuna. Sa Yamuna means the one who was residing on the bank of Yamuna and did his leelas or creation in his avtaras, and that Naradji explains to Dhruva, who was as a little child who wanted to do austerity. So that time he gives this instruction, Vanam Vrunda Vanam Nama. Vrindavan. He says that there is a place called Vrindavan, that forest, you go there. Vana Vrunda Vanam Nama Nitya Sannihito Hari. There God is there every time. Vanam Vrindavanam Nama Nityam Sannihito Hari. God always resides in there. Dhruva, you go there and do the austerity. So means God did everything there at the banks of rivers, and that's why he's called. So one of the names is called Yamuna. And so that's how these 9 names are there. So if you have any question, you can ask and meditate on these things, and the meaning becomes clearer and clearer. These all meanings are explained by Shankaracharya ji and other masters. So why this name? And he has given references here and there for all Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, for everything that I translated here.